march on.
Give it to you, actually. You don't have to use them. big one.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nanaimo's 2023 Remembrance Day Service of Commemoration. My name is Ian Thorpe, Councillor for the City of Nanaimo and a proud member of the Royal Canadian Legion. It is certainly an honor for me to be Master of Ceremonies for today's event. Before we begin the official portion of the ceremony, I would first ask that all cell phones be turned off or muted. We're certainly pleased to have you all attending this morning, but just a reminder that we want everybody to be safe and to be mindful of the safety of those around you. For those that are here in person, we ask that you stay well back from the barricades and cordoned off area. And we're hoping that many Nanaimo citizens are also watching the ceremony this morning on Shaw Cable, and we want to thank Shaw for making that possible. I would also like to acknowledge some other groups and individuals before we get underway. First, I would respectfully acknowledge that we are holding this event on the traditional territory of the Nanaimo First Nation. My special thanks to Joanne Walton, Lou Forth, Lynn Redicop, and volunteers from the Royal Canadian Legion Branches 10 and 256 for organizing today's event. I would like to acknowledge our Parade Marshal, Mike Tomashiro, and Sergeant-at-Arms Lou Forth. Also our Cenotaph Guard from the 5th BC Field Regiment, Royal Canadian Artillery, 39 Signal Regiment, the Canadian Scottish Regiment Princess Mary's, and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Now, prior to this morning, local military cadets maintained a 24-hour honor guard around our cenotaph. Captain David Ruel coordinated cadets from 205 Collishaw Air Cadet Squadron, 136 Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps Amphion, and 2422 Canadian Scottish Regiment Army Cadet Corps. We thank them very much for their dedication, especially considering the weather conditions last night. With us today is President Bill O'Brien and Pacific Gale Pipes and Drums, Pipe Major William Alderson, Bugler Julia Howe, and our flag bearers from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Thanks also to City of Nanaimo staff, volunteers from St. John's Ambulance, and our sound system supplier, Hannah's Music, who has donated time and equipment for our ceremony, and the Nanaimo News Bulletin and publisher Sean McHugh for producing our printed program, which I hope most of you have received. I would like to mention at this time that the Vancouver Island Military Museum will be open following the completion of today's ceremony. To honor our veterans, admission today is free to all visitors. The museum located on Cameron Road immediately south of the Port Theatre. And I will just mention that at approximately 11:20 this morning, we are expecting a fly past with a fighter jet from CFB Comox piloted by Daniel Yen. My special thanks also to members of the Nanaimo Concert Band for their participation today. This year, the band marks its 151st anniversary, and over the years, there have been many countless performances, including participation in every Armistice Day and every Remembrance Day ceremony held here since 1919. Representing the band here today are Music Director Mark Hayes, President Tracy Harvey, and approximately 30 members, including Bugler Julia Howe. We thank these dedicated musicians for their participation in today's Remembrance Day service. They and the other band members always represent Nanaimo very well indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, this year marks 78 years since the end of World War II and 105 years since the armistice that marked the end of World War I in 1918. So I am very pleased once again this year to acknowledge an extremely special guest, an invited guest who is with us here today, Mr. Victor Osborne, who was born on the 11th day of the 11th month in the year of the armistice, 1918. And that makes Mr. Osborne 105 years old today. He's standing just down to my left. And Victor, right now, I would like to invite singer Amy Swanson to step forward and lead us in a round of Happy Birthday to You. Thank you very much, Amy, and again, very best wishes, Victor. Thank you for being here. We will now have I would now ask Amy Swanson again to come forward, and we will have the singing of the Canadian National Anthem. Please join us in O Canada. That will immediately be followed by the playing of the American National Anthem to acknowledge Legion representatives here today from the United States. Amy? We will now have a prayer of remembrance led by Chaplain Cheryl Pedley.
Please join together with our company and with your higher power as we gather together on this solemn occasion of Remembrance Day. We unite in a spirit of unity and gratitude. We come from diverse backgrounds and beliefs, but we share a common reverence for the sacrifice of those who served and those who gave their lives for the cause of peace and of freedom. In this moment of reflection, we remember the men and the women who demonstrated unparalleled courage and selflessness in the face of adversity. Their sacrifices echo through history as a testament to the best of humanity. May we always honor their memory by striving for a world where peace and understanding and harmony prevail. We offer our thoughts and sympathies to the families and friends who carry the weight of loss from the past. May they find comfort and strength as they remember their loved ones and the profound impact they made on their lives. May our gathering today serve as a tribute to those who served and a reminder of the importance of cherishing the hard-fought freedoms we enjoy. Let us commit ourselves to promotion of peace and of unity in our world and to the resolving conflicts with empathy, cooperation, and wisdom. And in this moment, we seek wisdom and guidance to learn from history and to work towards a future where the sacrifices of the past inspire us to create a more peaceful world. Together, we honor the past, reflect on the present, and strive for a better future. Amen.
I will now ask Amy Swanson to lead us in the hymn, O God, Our Help in Ages Past. You will find the words in the printed program. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we will be having a gun salute by the 5th BC Field Regiment, Royal Canadian Artillery. The gun is located down near the waterfront, and the firing will be coordinated by members of the Royal Artillery, Captain Chris Life and Master Bombardier Doug MacDonald. The gun salute will be followed by the playing of The Last Post by Julia Howe, then our 2 minutes of silence. The silence will end with a second gun salute, then a lament played by Pipe Major William Alderson, and then the playing of the Rouse. Just prior to the gun firing, let me read some famous lines by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. In Flanders fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly scarce heard amidst the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. It is now approaching 11 a.m. and we will wait for the official gun salute.
They shall not grow old, as we are left to grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them. Be at ease, my friends. We will not pray at this moment. We will, if you wish, but I'd rather speak to you a little of the hopes that we have. We gather on a solemn occasion, Remembrance Day, and we stand united in reflection and in gratitude. We're going to pay homage to those profound sacrifices that those courageous souls made, dedicating their life to the service of our nation and ensuring our freedom. On this day, we come together to honor the memory of our fallen heroes, recognizing the profound debt of gratitude we owe them, their bravery and their sacrifices and their unyielding dedication to the greater good serve as a guiding light for us, inspiring in us a sense of duty and responsibility. Today is a day to reflect not just on loss and on devastation, but also on the resilience and the unity and the strength that emerged from the darkest chapters of history. It's a day to celebrate the unwavering spirit that unites us in shared commitment to peace, to justice, and to freedom. It is a day to remember and to listen to the stories of those who served, to pay tribute to the countless acts of valor and courage, and to recognize the sacrifices that allowed us to stand on the foundations of liberty that we enjoy today. Today, as we pause in reflection, we also pledge to ensure the sacrifices of our heroes is not in vain. Their legacy continues to live on in our actions, in our endeavors to foster a world where peace reigns supreme, where understanding triumphs over discord, and where valor and dedication of our veterans will forever be etched on our hearts and the collective memories of our nation. The sacrifice of those who served extends beyond the battlefield. It reaches into the hearts and the homes of every family who has a loved one in uniform. It transcends borders, uniting us in a universal language of gratitude and of remembrance. It binds us together in a shared mission to honor the fallen, to support the veterans, and to strive for a better world. And when we think of those that served, we often picture the courageous soldiers who fought in the front lines. But Remembrance Day is also a time to acknowledge the contributions of countless others. Those who served as medics, as nurses, and engineers in many, many roles. It's a day to not only remember the men who served, but the women who stood behind them and beside them, offering their skills and courage to the cause. It's a day to reflect on sacrifices made by civilians who supported the war effort and endured hardships on the home front. And through the lens of history, we really can see the sacrifices of the past not as isolated events, but as a continuous thread connecting the struggles and triumphs of our world. The 2 world wars and the numerous conflicts that followed are a testament to the indomitable human spirit. We remember the unity that arose in the face of adversity and the victories that were achieved through determination and sacrifice. We remember that the world can change, and change often comes at a very steep cost. In recent years, we've seen an increasing focus on honoring and supporting veterans, not just on Remembrance Day, but throughout the year. Veterans return to civilian life with unique challenges and experiences. They carry with them the weight of their service, the memories of their comrades, and the sacrifices they made. Recognizing and supporting mental health and well-being of veterans is a duty we all share, and we must ensure those that receive the care and support they need to transition to civilian life seamlessly. Remembrance Day also gives us an opportunity to reflect on the importance of conflict resolution, diplomacy, and a peaceful existence. We remember not only the horrors of war, but the lessons that history departs. We reflect on the sacrifices of the past, and we must look forward to the future. We live in the world that is still marked by conflict. We live in a world marked by displacement of people, by suffering of communities caught in the crossfire, the ideals of which our veterans fought and gave their lives for freedom, for democracy, and justice remain as relevant today as they were in the past. We have a collective responsibility to safeguard these ideals and to strive for a world that sacrifices that the sacrifices of our heroes are not in vain. Ladies and gentlemen, as we remember this solemn day, let us recommit ourselves to the values that our heroes upheld. Let's remember not only the past, but also the future we seek to create. Let us remember peace is not a passive state, but an active pursuit. Let us remember the history, the lessons teach us that the cost of war is immeasurable and the value of peace is beyond measure. Let us remember, and let us always keep in mind those words, lest we forget. Thank you.
We will now sing the hymn, Abide With Me, led by Amy Swanson. Again, the words are in the printed program.
tears, no bitterness. Where is death's sting? Where, grave, thy victory? I triumph still if thou abide with me. Hold thou thy cross before my closing eyes. Shine through the gloom and point me to the skies. Heaven's morning breaks and earth's vain shadows flee. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with our wreath-laying ceremony, coordinated by Lynn Redekop from Branch 10 Legion. As dictated by Dominion Command, our procedure will be similar to last year. A small group of invited representatives will advance one at a time to lay a wreath and pay their respects to the fallen. A number of other organizations have also contributed wreaths which, as you can see, have already been placed on the cenotaph, and I will read a list of those organizations after our dignitaries have paid their respects. For any other individuals who may wish to lay a wreath or to approach the cenotaph to take pictures, we ask that you please wait until after the end of the ceremony to do so. For our official wreath-laying ceremony, our first wreath is that representing the King. Is Inspector Andrew Burton with us this afternoon? Representing the King, RCMP Inspector Andrew Burton. Representing the federal government, Member of Parliament for Nanaimo Ladysmith, Lisa Marie Barron. The Silver Cross Mother, Joanne Walton. Representing the province of British Columbia, MLA Sheila Malcolmson. Also representing the province of British Columbia, a cadet on behalf of MLA Doug Routley. Representing the city of Nanaimo, Mayor Leonard Crow. Representing the Snuneymuxw First Nation, a cadet on behalf of Chief Michael Wise. Representing the Canadian Armed Forces, Captain Christopher Life and Master Bombardier Douglas MacDonald. Representing the officers and crew of HMCS Nanaimo, Lieutenant Commander Michael Vanderveer. Representing Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 10, President Jason Lott. Representing Royal Canadian Legion Branch 256, President Laurie Grubb. Representing American Legion Post 149, a cadet on behalf of Dave Riley. Representing Nanaimo Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Inspector Andrew Burton. and representing the National Métis Association of Canada, a cadet on behalf of Joy Bremner. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a record number of over 50 organizations that have contributed wreaths this year, and these have been pre-placed on the cenotaph, but I would like to acknowledge those organizations, starting with 156 Battery, 5th BC Field Regiment, Royal Canadian Artillery, 39 Signal Regiment, Nanaimo, Canadian Scottish Regiment, Princess Mary's, Queen's Own Rifles of Canada, Vancouver Island Military Museum, 808 Thunderbird Wing, RCAFA, Canadian Scottish Regimental Association, RAAF Vietnam, ADF, Afghanistan Veterans, United Services Institute, North and Nanaimo and North Island, National Association of Federal Retirees, Navy League of Canada, J.P. Bell Navy League Cadet Corps, Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps Amphion 136, 2422 Scottish Regiment Cadet Corps, 205 Collishaw RCAFA, Nanaimo Scottish Pipes and Drums, Pacific Gale Pipes and Drums, St. John's Ambulance, Ambulance Paramedics of BC, QP 873, Nanaimo Professional Firefighters, Nanaimo Fire Rescue, Commissionaires of Nanaimo, Nanaimo News Bulletin, Vancouver Island University, Nanaimo Ladysmith Public Schools, Vancouver Island University Students' Union, Fraternal Order of Eagles, Erie number 15 and Ladies Auxiliary, Loyal Order of the Moose, Nanaimo Family Life Association, Avenir Care Nanaimo, Island Crisis Care Society, Tactical Medical Services, Miss Nanaimo Ambassadors, Nanaimo Empires Day Society, BC Ferries and Marine Workers Union, PPWC Local 8, CUPE Local 606, BC Government Employees Union, Mid-Island Co-op, Nanaimo Yacht Club, Vancouver Island Exhibition, Nanaimo Chamber of Commerce, the Salvation Army, St. Peter's Catholic Women's League, Masonic Lodges of Nanaimo, Country Grocer Chase River, Minutemen Moving and Storage, Nanaimo Chinese Cultural Society, Chinese Freemason Society, Oddfellows Black Diamond Lodge number 5, and Sir William Burnett Lodge. We extend our sincere appreciation to all of those organizations for their support. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the official portion of the wreath laying. I will now ask Chaplain Cheryl Pedley to give a benediction and blessing.
May I ask you to connect with each other and with your higher power. We have gathered on this day of remembrance. We came together in solemn reflection and gratitude for the lives sacrificed for the cause of peace and of freedom. We honor the bravery and the selflessness of those who served and continue to serve our country and our world. May we never forget the sacrifices made and the courage displayed and the unity forged in the face of adversity. Grant us the wisdom to learn from the past, to cherish the gift of peace, and to work diligently towards a future where conflicts are resolved through understanding and dialogue. May we hold in our hearts not only those who have fallen, but also those who continue to bear the burdens of conflict, and may they find solace and support in our collective empathy and compassion. Please guide us in our commitment to building a world where love triumphs over hate, where understanding overcomes ignorance, and where peace prevails over discord. Thank you.
We will now have the singing of God Save the King, led by Amy Swanson.
Parade! Attention! God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King, set him victorious, happy and glorious, long reigning over us. God save the King.
Ladies and gentlemen, Parade Marshal Mike Tomashiro will now lead our march past and salute to conclude our ceremony. The parade will form up, march to my left up Front Street, then turn around and come back past the Cenotaph, where the salute will be taken by Lieutenant Commander Michael Vanderveer, Commanding Officer of HMCS Nanaimo, along with Presidents of Branch 10 and Branch 256 Legions. I would ask that spectators please keep the street clear until the march past is completely finished. Do not block the path of the marchers. Following the march past, individuals are then welcome to approach our cenotaph for photographs or to lay other wreaths. Just a reminder again that the Military Museum will be open today with no charge for admission. I would also like to mention that all Cubs, Scouts, Girl Guides, and Cadets are invited to St. Paul's Church Hall for hot dogs and hot chocolate following the march past. And there are open house activities during today at both local branches of the Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 10 and 256. Details are on the back of your program. Branch 257 in Lanceville also invites visitors for an open house this afternoon. And there will be a lunch served at 80 Thunderbird Wing, RCAFA, at the Nanaimo Military Camp on Nanaimo Lakes Road.